Zeal began just doing events 16 years ago on a Friday or a Saturday night, and it was 8 or 9 years ago when I first arrived here that we realised these events were great, but that a young person could be entertained on a Friday night. But what happened in the 6 days between that event and the next week, we often didn't know. So out of that grew this after schools program where we have 30 to 40 young people every afternoon here, just hanging out, getting to know our youth workers, supporting one another. And alongside that we have what we call our development pathways, which are opportunities for young people to learn a skill at industry standard level.
You know, volunteers are the heart and soul of Zeal. 152 volunteers around the country. Roughly a third or just over a third of those are here in Wellington. So you've got about 50 young people between the ages of 18 and 25 making this centre tick. And that's quite extraordinary. They're everyone from creative professionals in town who give us access to their galleries or come and tutor in some of those professions I was mentioning before. But there's also kids who just come and engage at another level, like Georgia up there, who's teaching kids coffee. It's once a week, but she's consistent, she's here, she becomes a face and a name, and she's the reason why a lot of young people have a line of sight into Zeal.
Every week all the volunteers, so there's 5 or 6 of us, we all get together on Mondays for an hour meeting, and we get youth work training, which is really fun, and I really enjoy it. And we kind of have roles as well. So my role is to come in after school to hang out with the kids here, and yeah, I love the people here, and I think it's a really good place to sow my time into. So yeah, I think I want to stick around and I want to help out more.
I really think that Zeal benefits the wider community, I think in many different ways. I think we have a huge contribution to the creative arts kind of industry, especially in Wellington, with training up lots of different young people in different areas, and barista training that kind of contribute to the cafe scene here. And I think that, I was actually thinking a couple of days ago that Wellington would look really different if there wasn't a Zeal. I think we're quite we've been here for so many years and we're part of the kind of institution of Wellington, and there are many young people that are influenced by Zeal and who actually influence Zeal as well. And I think if we didn't have Zeal, our community would look a little bit different. Yeah.
My name is Julie, and I am the team leader at Active, which is a youth service for young people with intellectual disability, and we're based out of Zeal Monday to Friday. The staff here are just absolutely amazing. The young people come up here with massive smiles on their face. It's just a place that you can tell young people really feel connected to and a belonging. Yeah.
Young people are not a problem to be solved, their potential will be harnessed. And if you look at the Zeal logo, you'll see a little star in that logo. And that star represents the spark in every young person. I believe that there's a creative spark in every young person waiting to come alive.
I think the thing that keeps us passionate at Zeal is we always look to celebrate the small things. And there's always great big successes around Zeal, whether it's the new projects we're working on or an event. But when you see a young person beginning to walk a little taller than they did the day before, or beginning to actually realise they have a talent and they actually have a gift or creativity to offer the world. We have a session in our staff meeting every Tuesday called Good Stories, where we sit around and we force every member of our staff to think about something, no matter how small, that a young person has achieved in the last week. And moments like that force us to remember, even in the heart of Wellington winter, that our young people are achieving and they are succeeding, and the young people of Wellington are passionate and engaged and they want to succeed.